Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to another Friday. They seem to come round very quickly. Cheers. Anyway, the films that I watched this week, we'll just jump straight into it. And we start off with a film that I'd completely forgotten even existed. But it's Transformers Rise of the Beasts. Now, is it taken from the Beast Wars stuff, which I don't know anything about, but you've got these new Transformers. One's a gorilla, Optimus Primal. Maybe one's a bird, is one some kind of tiger type thing, I don't know. But as most of the Transformers films, the Transformers stuff is fine and cool, everything else isn't. But we do have Unicron, the big massive planet-eating Unicron. Not quite as cool as he was in the 86 film, but still nice to see him. But it's a one watch. I give it a 5. Probably, definitely no need to watch it again. Then from 2009, A Christmas Carol, Disney's, that, I don't know what they call it. Well, it's animated, of course it is, but I don't know, is it motion captured? I don't know, but yeah, the biggest and the boldest and the most flamboyant of the Christmas carols. I enjoyed the shit out of this. I love how old London looks. It's cool. I liked it. I give it a 7 out of 10. Then, with my mother, I watched Pet Sematary Bloodlines. Some kind of prequel. Maybe to the first film back in the 80s, but my mother liked it. She has no taste. I give it a 4 out of 10. It's unmemorable. Another film completely unneeded, but that's from this year as well. First time watch, only time watch. Then another Christmas Carol film that I didn't know existed. Actually, I tell a lie, I was looking for it because I knew Patrick Stewart had played Scrooge somewhere. And I'm sure it was a film somewhere, but I couldn't find it. And Castor, over at the Noir channel, did his top 10 favourite Christmas films. And I think he put this one from 1999 as his favourite Christmas film. And I immediately found it on YouTube to watch. I watched it and I thought that was pretty damn good. Same story, a TV film, I think, so the sets are a bit, I don't want to say cheap, but they're not flamboyant, they're not expensive looking. But Patrick Stewart was fantastic. He nailed Scrooge for me, and I loved it. I loved him. I enjoyed the film. I give it a 7. It's a big 7. First time watch, I could watch that again next Christmas. I thought Patrick Stewart was fantastic. I really did. I thought he was great. Then an old film that many people have probably seen back in the day, maybe more American people, because I'd never seen this around on TV at all here. I think it was Claymation, and you can see it's designed for kids in the 60s, 1964. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Give it a 6 out of 10. A cute little film. You can see who it's aimed at, but I liked that. Not a very long film, but decent. Then from 2008, that was the first time watch. I could watch that again next year. Stargate Continuum. This continues. Stargate SG-1, the TV show that I've watched many times. I still watch it when it's on to this day. The series ended, then they made 2 films to wrap things up with, and it does feel now, 10, 15 years later, that they're just stuck on, and they feel like they're stuck on. But one of them, called Stargate Continuum, wraps things up with the enemy that they called the Gould. Wraps that up. Then later on, I'll mention it now, I watched the other TV film they did called Stargate The Ark of Truth. This was to wrap up the series with an enemy called the Ori, and I give them both 6s. I enjoy them, but could have just had another series. But yeah, they're both 6s. Can't watch them without watching the show first. So there's that. Then from 1969, also got a 6. First time watch, Frosty the Snowman. Again, you can see who this is aimed at. I think this is real short, but fun film. 1969. Give it a 6. I could watch that again next year as well. Then a film that I like, and I do like, but I like it less each time I see it because it's not very Christmassy until the end. Christmas with the Cranks. Tim Allen, Jamie Lee Curtis. They're going to skip Christmas and bugger off on a cruise somewhere, or go to Hawaii or somewhere in the Caribbean. But then their daughter comes home, and they've got to get on the good side of Dan Aykroyd and the neighbours to throw a party. It's very Scroogey, but a part of me likes that. I'll give that a 6 as well. 2004. Seen that a couple times now. Seen this one a couple times as well. Under Siege 2. Think Under Siege 1, when bad guys take control of a battleship. Bad guys take control of a train. Only the bad guys aren't as charismatic as the first film. First film had Tommy Lee Jones. Who the fuck is this? I don't know. But I give it a 6. It's furnished to watch. Seen it many times. It's up there on the shelf somewhere. Couldn't be asked getting it down. Then Home Alone 2. Love it. Give it an 8 out of 10. Watch that again. I've watched that again this year. Not quite as fun and festive as the first film. There's a lot of F's in there. But it's a great film. I think everyone's seen it. Another film, Christmas film from 2006 called The Holiday. Kate Winslet is in Britain. Cameron Diaz is in America. They're both fed up, so they swap houses and have adventures there. First time I watched it last year, I loved it. This time, I liked it. I give it a 6 out of a 10. It's fine. Nothing wrong with that. Then I watched this, not Christmassy, Dracula, Prince of Darkness. Watching it again though, I think the first Dracula from 58 is my favourite one. This is the first one I saw. He doesn't say a word, Christopher Lee. Take whichever story you want. He was written lines and he refused to say them, or he wasn't written any lines at all. Whatever, it doesn't matter, but I like it. I give it a 7 from 1966. It does miss Christopher Lee's voice and all that kind of stuff. Then, a new film this year, first time watch, The Pope's Exorcist. Russell Crowe is the Vatican's chief exorcist. He gets called by name to go and exorcise this kid who's got a demon in him. And it's the same kind of stuff you've seen before, but I rather enjoyed it. It's nothing special. Probably wouldn't need to watch it again, but it wasn't boring. And with films from, the modern day films, if they're not boring, it's good enough. Russell Crowe was fine, speaking Italian, but I give it a 6. It's fine. Wouldn't want to watch it again, but it was fine for what it was. And the last film I watched was... let's go that side. The Equalizer with Denzel. I didn't even know we had an Equalizer 3. That come out this year sometime. I didn't know that. The Equalizer, based off of the TV show with Edward Woodward. This is fun. Denzel's great. I give it a 7 out of 10. 2014. I've seen it a couple times. Chloe Grace Moretz is in it as well. Not much, but she is. But Denzel's cool. It's a fun film. Lots of action, lots of blood. It's right up my street, as people probably know. And I've also been watching. I've seen it before. Haven't finished it this time around. Got a couple of episodes left. There's an old BBC TV series. Old BBC TV show. Back when BBC did good stuff. It is The Borrowers. Ian Holm. Penelope Wilton, I want to say. The Borrowers, all about little people under the floorboards. pretty damn good for its time. Early 90s, that's a lot of fun. And it's cool inside because big playing cards. That's cool. They get seen. Cool. Cool. They get seen and they have to go out into the great wild outdoors where they meet him. It's a lot of fun. Special effects, I imagine, for its time were impressive, and they're still impressive now, you know, for a TV show. But yeah, The Borrowers, a lot of fun. Ian Holm, superb. Good stuff. And that's everything I'm watching. Soon be Christmas, so says Santa. Comments are welcome.